I'm so proud of her. I've watched so much happen in her life.
Some days you can feel unbelievably insecure, other days you can feel highly competitive, sometimes you can feel like literal trash, and it's really emotional and it's complicated to deal with, and we're not supposed to talk about it, but these songs...
Taylor Swift just dropped a diss track so brutal, even her own fans are calling it too much. The target? Former friend CHARLI XCX. This isn't just drama. This is war. Let me break down how it all went wrong. But before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the VIP Celeb Zone family, because we've got all the celebrity tea you need. Now, let's get into it. They went from touring the world together to throwing shade in their songs. Two of pop's biggest powerhouses started out as fans of each other, then became friends, and then, well, something else entirely. The shift happened so slowly that most people didn't even notice, until suddenly, everyone was picking sides. This is the story of how Taylor Swift and CHARLI XCX went from collaboration to competition, and why their relationship turned into one of music's most fascinating feuds. Let's rewind to the early days. Back in 2011, CHARLI was still trying to make her mark in the industry. Taylor? She was already a household name. But here's the thing, Taylor was clearly keeping her eye on up-and-coming talent. She publicly praised CHARLI's songwriting after hearing Stay Away, and that moment kicked off what looked like the start of a genuine friendship between two artists who got what it was like to navigate fame. Their paths officially crossed backstage at the 2014 Jingle Ball. They bonded over their shared experiences in the music world, and the mutual respect was real. CHARLI covered Taylor's massive hit Shake It Off for BBC Radio 1's Live Lounge, giving the pop anthem her own edgy twist. Taylor returned the favor by adding Stay Away to a breakup-themed playlist she put together in 2015, basically introducing her millions of fans to CHARLI's music. Then came the peak of their friendship, October 2015. CHARLI appeared as a surprise guest during Taylor's 1989 World Tour, performing Boom Clap for thousands of screaming fans. It looked like the perfect team-up, an established superstar lifting up rising talent. Everything seemed perfect, or so we thought.
With Miss Taylor Swift!
But even back then, there were signs that their worlds didn't quite match up. While Taylor was surrounded by her famous girl squad, this carefully curated crew of models and celebrities, CHARLI was noticeably absent from that inner circle. By 2016, their careers were going in completely different directions. CHARLI dove headfirst into experimental territory, teaming up with innovative producer Sophie to create what we now know as hyperpop, a genre-bending sound that totally challenged everything mainstream pop stood for. Meanwhile, Taylor went into hiding after that highly publicized drama with Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, using the time away to reinvent both her image and her sound. Then came the Reputation era. When Taylor finally emerged from her hiatus, she announced a massive world tour with opening acts Camila Cabello and CHARLI XCX. On paper, it seemed perfect for both of them. In reality, it became a major turning point in their relationship. Night after night, CHARLI performed her experimental pop to crowds who were really just there for Taylor's mainstream sound. The disconnect was obvious. In a 2019 interview that would later blow up, CHARLI described performing for Taylor's younger fan base in, let's say, less than flattering terms. Her comments about performing for young kids were taken out of context and spread like wildfire across social media, which absolutely infuriated Taylor's devoted fan base. CHARLI quickly tried to clarify, emphasizing how grateful she was for the opportunity and praising Taylor's business skills and kindness. She talked about how the tour felt supportive, but the damage was already done. After the Reputation tour ended, their friendship just vanished. No more public interactions, no social media exchanges, no photos together at industry events. For years, fans were left wondering what the hell happened behind the scenes to cause such a complete breakdown. Then things got even more interesting in 2023. Both artists found themselves connected through an unexpected source, the British band The 1975. Taylor was rumored to be involved with lead singer Matty Healy after breaking up with longtime boyfriend Joe Alwyn. At the same time, CHARLI was dating the band's drummer, George Daniel. This meant they were inevitably running into each other backstage at concerts, though interestingly, no photos of these encounters ever surfaced online. Everything changed with the release of CHARLI's critically acclaimed album Brat in 2024. The track Sympathy is a Knife immediately caught everyone's attention for its raw exploration of insecurity and comparison. While CHARLI never explicitly named anyone, the lyrics painted this vivid picture of feeling inadequate next to another woman, someone more successful, someone dating within the same circle, someone who made Charli question her own worth. The clues seemed pretty obvious, references to seeing this person backstage at her boyfriend's shows, hoping relationships would end quickly, feeling like complete opposites. Fans connected the dots straight to Taylor. But here's the thing, it wasn't a straightforward diss track. It was this vulnerable confession about battling personal demons and industry pressures. Charli herself explained it as exploring how anxiety creates these narratives in our heads when we feel insecure. At first, Taylor seemed totally unbothered. She continued with her record-breaking Eras tour and promoted her album The Tortured Poets Department. But then, right when Brat was projected to hit #1 on the UK charts, Taylor suddenly announced a special UK exclusive variant of her album. The timing? Way too convenient to be coincidental, especially considering she'd made similar moves that blocked other artists from chart positions before. The internet absolutely erupted with accusations of intentional sabotage. Charli's fans were furious, though Charli herself quickly shut down any anti-Taylor sentiment at her concerts. Taylor eventually won the UK chart battle, but the victory felt pretty hollow to a lot of people who saw it as unnecessarily competitive. Months later, things got even weirder. A photo shoot featuring Charli with friendship bracelets, a symbol heavily associated with Taylor's Eras tour, reignited all the speculation about subtle shade between them. But then Taylor surprised everyone by complimenting Charli in an interview, praising her consistent innovation and melodic sensibilities over the past decade. She even danced to Charli's Grammy performance, suggesting there were no hard feelings. When Charli's Brat remix album dropped, fans were hoping for a Taylor collaboration on the Sympathy is a Knife remix, similar to how Lorde had joined Charli for Girl, so confusing to address their complicated friendship directly. Instead, Ariana Grande featured on a completely reimagined version that removed all the references to the original's themes of insecurity and comparison. By late 2024, the drama seemed to have cooled down, and then came August 2025. Taylor announced her new album, The Life of a Showgirl. When the track list dropped, fans immediately started speculating. The speculation went into overdrive when Gabriette, Matty Healy's current girlfriend and Charli's close friend, made a cryptic comment on social media about track 7, actually romantic. When leaked lyrics started circulating online, a lot of people dismissed them as fake. They didn't sound like Taylor's typical writing style. But when the album officially dropped on October 3, 2025, those leaked lyrics were 100% real. Actually Romantic was unlike anything Taylor had released before. It was sharp, direct, a clear response to perceived slights. The song's lyrics painted a picture of someone who talks negatively about Taylor while secretly being obsessed with her. References to drinking cola, potentially alluding to substance use, high-fiving ex-boyfriends, and writing songs about feeling sick when seeing Taylor, it all seemed to point directly at Charli and Sympathy is a Knife. The track even referenced being called a boring Barbie, suggesting there were way deeper conflicts happening behind the scenes than anyone knew about. The response was immediate and divisive. Critics called the song disproportionate to Charli's original track, which had been more about personal insecurity than attacking Taylor directly. Music publications labeled it embarrassing. Fans debated whether Taylor had misunderstood Charli's intentions or if she was responding to private conversations and betrayals the public wasn't aware of. But here's where it gets even more complicated. Charli herself had previously engaged in some subtle shade toward Camila Cabello, posting content that seemed designed to fuel comparisons between their songs. When Camila's I Love It got compared to Charli's I Got It, Charli's social media activity appeared to encourage the narrative, leading to massive backlash against Camila. Later, Camila revealed that Charli had explained it was all part of her Brat-era persona, but the damage to Camila's album rollout was already done. This history complicates the whole who's right or wrong a narrative in the Taylor-Charli situation. Both artists have shown they're willing to address conflicts through their music, but their approaches are totally different. Charli's Girl, so confusing with Lorde, became this powerful statement about female friendship and miscommunication. It showed how addressing issues directly can lead to both resolution and artistic triumph. The collaboration was widely praised as one of 2024's best songs. The question is, could Sympathy is a Knife have gotten similar treatment? Would Taylor have ever considered appearing on a remix to address the situation directly? Given how different their current musical styles are, it seems pretty unlikely from a purely artistic standpoint, let alone considering the personal tensions. The ripple effects of this feud are all over the industry. Selena Gomez, Taylor's best friend, included a Charli co-written song on her latest album. Ariana Grande appeared on the Sympathy is a Knife remix despite having basically zero interactions with Taylor over the years. These connections raise questions about how industry relationships navigate around high-profile conflicts. Perhaps most intriguingly, if Taylor's lyrics about behind-the-scenes comments are accurate, it means someone in Charli's inner circle shared private conversations. This adds a whole other layer. It's not just a public feud between artists, but questions of trust and loyalty within friend groups. The Taylor-Charli situation represents something bigger. It's about how female artists are expected to interact in the public eye. There's this immense pressure to either be best friends or bitter rivals, with very little room for the complex, evolving relationships that naturally happen between professionals in any industry. Both artists have built careers on expressing their authentic emotions through music, but when those emotions involve each other, it becomes fodder for public consumption and picking sides. Looking at their trajectory, from mutual admiration to touring together to subtle conflict to direct confrontation, it actually mirrors a lot of real-world friendships that simply grow apart. The difference is that every tiny interaction gets analyzed, every lyric dissected, every chart position scrutinized for hidden meaning. Whether reconciliation is possible, who knows? The music industry is small, and both artists will definitely cross paths at events, award shows, and through mutual connections. But sometimes relationships serve their purpose for a specific time and place, and trying to force a friendship where natural distance has grown can be more harmful than just accepting the evolution. What makes this story particularly compelling is how it reflects broader themes in both artists' work. Taylor has built an entire career on turning personal experiences into universal anthems, while Charli has pushed boundaries by being brutally honest about the less glamorous sides of fame. In a way, this conflict represents their artistic philosophies colliding, Taylor's carefully crafted narrative meeting Charli's chaotic transparency. The real tragedy might be this: two artists who once recognized and celebrated each other's talents have become symbols of division rather than collaboration. In an industry that constantly pits women against each other, their early friendship seemed like a refreshing alternative. Now, their conflict perpetuates the very dynamics both have spoken against at different points in their careers. As both continue releasing music and evolving as artists, fans will undoubtedly keep searching for hidden meanings and references to their relationship. But maybe the most mature response is to appreciate both artists for their individual contributions to pop music, recognizing that not all relationships are meant to last forever, and that's okay. The story of Taylor and Charli is a reminder that even in the glossy world of pop music, relationships are messy, complicated, and deeply human. Their journey from friendship to whatever exists between them now reflects the reality that growing apart doesn't always require a villain. Sometimes people simply change, priorities shift, and what once brought people together no longer serves that purpose. If you're obsessed with celebrity drama like this, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and join the VIP Celeb Zone family, because trust me, we've got way more tea to spill. Drop a comment and let me know, Team Taylor or Team Charli. I'll see you in the next one.